nothing like that. I understand some of them are federal judges, but still, like, it's clear they don't have the reach. It's like absolutely clear, right?
Do you think he's going to do it? Do you think he's going to listen though? Is Trump just going to be like, nah?
I'm hoping he says nah.
I'm hoping he does.
Yeah.
I'm at the point now where I just don't care. I just don't care. Like, cry harder. I don't care. Like, I don't care.
That's we're not going to be able to. That's the thing. Like, I mean, you've been talking about this for years now, but it's like there's not a compromise. There's not a middle. Like,
nope.
That I've been saying this forever. We are already at war. I'm sorry. Like, if you can't see that there's definitely people that are invested in negative things, and the wild thing is there's most of those people that we're talking about. A lot of them, I mean, they're just completely convinced that the opposite is true. That in some way we're like, it's horrible. Like we're horrible for the planet, world, everything like that. Blah blah blah. Right. So. Like,
what makes you think we're at war though? Could it be them lighting Teslas on fire? And this is wild, dude. They're lighting Teslas on fire. I believe this is in Las Vegas. Again, wow. They're literally lighting. They look, here's the thing. A lot of these people are like this guy keyed. The person he keyed was literally a Democrat voter. They don't care who you are. They're going to eat their own. And I love it because it's just going to make for more voters on our team. But here's another wild one. Tesla owners doxxed. Sell your car, stay on the list.
Jesus Christ.
A website called DogeQuest has reportedly published the names, addresses, and phone numbers of Tesla owners across the U.S., complete with an interactive map and a Molotov cocktail cursor. The site claims to only remove personal data if owners prove they sold their Teslas. But then they're going to have the other person's list. Are we supposed to just fucking demo them? If they, in an apparent backlash to Elon's ties with the Trump administration, this comes as Tesla dealerships face gunfire, arson attempts, and Cybertruck owners report harassment while anti-Tesla protests ramp up nationwide. I almost want to buy a Cybertruck right now and just fucking come at me, bro.
Well, that's just that is absolutely terrorism.
Domestic terrorism, absolutely.
That is absolutely terrorism. They're
I love it.
Violence.
I love it because remember,
we need to find whose site that is and find those people that are doing this, because that is now it's organized terrorism.
But
so now you're terrorists.
I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Here's why. Who buys electric cars? I mean, at the beginning, maybe lately it's had a shift because of Elon being more right. For the last 5 years, when you see a fucking Prius, do you think, wow, that's a fucking gun-toting Republican right now?
Right.
Or do you think, wow, that's a fucking innie penis fucking Democrat right there? A guy, a guy who literally has an innie. Like, that is who you think is driving a fucking Tesla, a Prius, everything. When I see Teslas, I'd see him and I'd make jokes. I remember Sean bought his first Tesla. I'm like, liberal. I'm like, oh, so are you fucking, do you have your fucking Biden sticker on it? Are you fucking, are you putting hope and change on there? Shut up. I'm not a liberal. Yeah. Dude, like, they're literally attacking Democrats for buying electric cars. I love it. Look, I don't drive a Tesla. I'm not hoping anybody gets their car keyed or fucking firebombed. But guys, if you're trying to win favor, if you're trying to not lose again, firebombing Democrat cars shows these are regular run of the mill. They were probably like middle of the road moderates. Like, I think I'm going to do, I have $100,000 to spend on a car. Let's say $40,000, the Model Y, right? I got 42,000. A Kia SUV is like 60. Man, I think this is better for the earth. I hate gas. I hate gassing up. I only drive locally. I don't need a long distance trip. I'm gonna buy this cool little Model Y. It's nice. Drag my kids around, go to my fucking Kumbaya Democrat fests.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're on a fucking hit list by Democrats. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what world do we live in? I want them to go. I say fucking fuck it. I'm at the point now where it's like, hey, the more they out themselves, it's just, as long as no one gets hurt and only property's damaged and insurance covers it. Hey, man, it's like, I know it's a pain in the ass, even if you get a little fender bender, just get it fixed, right? Yeah. I don't wish anybody any of that. But, dude, think about how many new Republican voters we are gaining right now.
I hear you.
I love it. Fuck it. I'm not, I mean, look, I'm not a Tesla candidate. I drive long distances.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive to Ohio and back all the time. I'm not doing that shit, but fuck, I mean, if you got a Tesla, like you got to understand, like you're afraid of your side. You're afraid of Democrats. Absolutely. A Republican never got mad at you for driving a Prius.
Dude, they're all afraid of each other. They really are. They know they know what happens to people that leave their cult. They know how the cult treats them because they've treated people that way before. Like crazy. Some of these walk away stories are insane. Like, I mean, they're nuts. You know what I mean? Like, but I mean, if you think about what cancellation is, anytime somebody's canceled, it's basically, or it used to be. Now it's the right does it too. It used to be where, like, if you said something that was against one of the causes or something like that on the left, they would all gang up and like basically hate on you. You know,
yeah.
It's the same shit. You know, like it's the absolute same shit. It's a cult. It's incredible. Like my favorite ones to watch are like the walking away stories from black voters, from black Republicans and stuff like that, because they're like, you know, our side's real bad once you leave the left, because they say the wildest, craziest shit. It's amazing, you know?
Yeah, you know, black people are just better at expressing themselves.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree to that. Like, I've never had a black friend where I have to wonder where they stand with me. They'll be like, they'll give you criticisms that white people won't. Mm-hmm. Man, your breath smells. God damn it. Yeah. They will tell you everything. And that's why I always get along. I've always got along better. Because I grew up in, you know, I grew up with mostly non-whites. So that was very politically correct. Non-whites, not even people of color. Since when does people of color is a good thing to say? Because if you call a black person colored, that is like saying the N-word. Don't call a black dude colored. Did I just say it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Don't say color. Colored's not a word you use. Like non-racist people don't use the word colored. But yet we're supposed to refer to them as people of color. That's literally 3 words for 1 word, colored. Like,
what's wild is they're the ones that have made these conversations happen. You know what I mean? Like, this shit was mostly settled, bro. Like this before they had to find a purpose to get rid of Trump, and they just needed to wheel out you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, and use Act Blue to pump them full of money so they could then fucking, you know, basically shit on America, you know, like and throw riots, like literally funding riots is what it's looking like it's happening. You know what I mean? Like, there's a reason, like all these cities have all these problems, and all of a sudden there just happens to be pallets of bricks dropped off.
Every time I walk around town, I always see just random pallets of
bricks right in front of a big glass, you know, building.
Here's the thing: do you know how hard it is to move a pallet of bricks?
Yes, like, it's not easy.
I mean, I know you've worked some warehouse jobs, so you know what a pallet's like.
Yes.
Like, a pallet of protein powder is one thing. A pallet of fucking bricks. It's not a pallet of outright bars. Like, you need a really heavy duty fucking lift to get that shit out there. Like, you got to use a Komatsu to get that bitch out there. Like, holy mother of God.
They weren't dropped off by just like some dude in his truck.
No, like, nobody backed up in a Silverado to drop that shit off.
Drop that off. Like, you know, like, people very clearly, somebody with means and funds. Like, when we look back at all that shit now, it's like, how stupid were we to not, like, I mean, I know that people like me and you asked questions, like, but why did nobody, not even the people that I really believe understood that it was all bullshit, why did none of you that were being listened to ask the, like, really fucking important questions and like try to like just hound on them? Like where did the bricks come from? Like, I'm sorry, but if you find where the bricks came from, you actually find who's fueling all that shit. It's like
fucking bricks. Like, see